On today's Healthier You, we are going to look at healthy travel tips during weight loss. But let's get into that first. Medical disclaimer. Always check with your physician before starting any exercise or dietary program. Information here is my personal research into different health topics and is not to be considered medical advice. All right, let's get into it. Healthy travel tips during weight loss. From the stress of busy airports to an altered sleeping and eating scheduling, traveling can throw you off your routine and make it difficult to stick to your weight loss plan. When you've worked hard to adopt healthier habits and make better choices, it's only natural that you don't want your hard work to go down the drain. So here are a few tips. Tip number 1, stop by a local market. Before you head off on your trip, research the area and find out where the local markets are located. Along with meal replacement products, fresh natural foods make up a great meal plan. Stopping by a local market to pick up nutritious foods to store in your hotel, rental, your cabin on a cruise makes it much easier to stick to your meal plan. Second tip is book a room with a kitchenette. If you travel and you have a lot of hotel stays, request a room with a kitchenette. It may be a little higher in price, but it's worth it when you're investing in your health and wellness. Even a small kitchenette is more than enough to prepare healthy meals to stay on track with your weight loss plan. You can also do this in some of the regular hotel rooms as long as there is a microwave and a fridge available to you. You can always take one of those electric burners, electric cook stoves. They're really small. They can slip into your baggage. So if you do a lot of travel, you might want to consider that. Also, plan your menu ahead. Knowing what you're going to eat while traveling will reduce the stress and anxiety, increase the chances that you'll stay on your weight loss plan, and make it easier to do so. Before leaving, think about the healthy food you eat at home as part of your meal plan for when you are away. Do your meal prep early in your stay. Most travel involves jam-packed itinerary of things to do, places to go, and things to see. While you're taking in the sights and sounds of a different locale, you may lack the time to prepare healthy meals each day. Stay on track, prepare all of your meals for the week early in your stay. First, second day you arrive if at possibles. That way your meals are ready and you can avoid the added stress. Now I know when we went on the cruise last year, temptation abounded. I mean, you could get ice cream nonstop. Most of the venues, you could get food anytime you wanted. If you ask them to leave something off, they will leave something off. In the kitchens, it's a little easier when you're sitting in the dining area to choose something that might be healthier for you. But don't be afraid to ask, If you have a chance to take some of those cooking classes that the cooks that are on the cruises, wherever you're at, give, take them. You're going to learn some unique techniques to creating food, as well as things that are healthier. And of course, with being able to have food nonstop on a cruise, you can choose things that are a little healthier. Most of the buffet lines were open full time. They do have healthy choices there. You just have to choose wisely. Focus on grab and go meals. You're unlikely to have a lot of extra time to cook meals. So when planning your menu and shopping, focus on those grab and go foods that are fast, easy, and travel well. This is something that my sister and I did on the cruise. She had some because she has had a duodenal switch, she has to watch her proteins. So we really watched a lot of those things. She had a lot of snacks so that if she wasn't meeting them, that she could meet those. There were things, that were really easy to look at, like canned foods. Those are easy to take along with you. Nuts, oatmeal packets, oatmeal cups, those kind of thing, protein bars. And of course, lots of times you can find fruit that's pretty easy to take along with you. So consider those things. Pick up some collapsible meal prep containers. Those will save room in your luggage. They remain collapsed, take little space when they're empty. So when you're done eating, you can collapse a container to save more room in your bag at the end of the day. Try to stay organized. It's difficult to stay on track with that weight loss if you're disorganized, don't know what you're doing. For things to go smoothly during your travel, organization can make all the difference in the world. So make sure you arrange everything before you head out onto your trip. Tips that are including having a prepared checklist, grocery list, menu, those kind of things. What you can and can't eat. If you are going someplace, you can always check out the menus that they have available and whether they allow you to substitute things or change things. So yeah. The other thing is to mind your portions. Like I said, when we were on the cruise, you could indulge nonstop, or you could eat all day, you could graze all day, you could do whatever. But make sure that you are minding your portions. You can always take it back to the room with you and put it in the cooler or the refrigerator. Remember to stay hydrated. That is so important. Water helps your body burn those calories, and it can also help you regulate your appetite. It's easy to forget when you're on the go to drink enough water. So one of the things you can do is to carry a water bottle, carry a mug. When we were on the cruise, we both had our containers that we could constantly fill up with water, fluids, so that we weren't getting dehydrated. And remember, you're doing more physical activity lots of times when you're out on trips, vacations, whatever. So make sure you're drinking that water. Also, don't be afraid to move. There are a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of walking you can do. You can do a lot of sightseeing by walking, those kind of things. Just make sure you're getting in those exercise things. If you are staying in hotels, most hotels now have an exercise room where you can go in and do some basic exercise. A lot of them have treadmills, some basic weight things, those kind of things. I've seen bicycles, so you can do those kind of things. So check those out. Also, make sure you're packing nourishing snacks whenever you go. You want to focus on protein and fiber during that time. And some of those things, one of the things we always look at are non-perishable items. Those are nuts, nut butter, whole fruit or unsweetened dried fruit, whole grain crackers, air-popped popcorn, string cheese. That might be a little hard, because string cheese normally has to be cooled. And one of the other things they talk about are roasted chickpeas. Try to make sure if you're staying in a hotel that there is a fridge or a microwave available so that you can cook some meals that are healthier for you, or even just reheat things. Like I said, scout out your local grocery stores. Start your day with breakfast. Make sure your healthy breakfast is packed with protein and fiber. It's going to help you throughout the day for your activities. So if you start out with a healthy breakfast in the morning, you're more likely to choose healthier foods throughout the day. Um, and as always, you can always carry your own oatmeal packets with you. Small things of fruit, unsweetened fruit, those kind of things. Granolas. You can always bring in yogurt to your room. You know where the local grocery is. You can do those kind of things easily. Make sure that when you are eating out that your meals are balanced. They have a balance of lean protein, fiber-rich carbohydrates, and vegetables. You want to opt for grilled, steamed, or baked dishes rather than the fried ones to reduce the amount of unhealthy fat in your meals. So don't be shy about loading up on vegetables, whether it's salads, side dishes, or a part of your main course. And here's a big one. Bring home the leftovers. When you're out on a trip, if you have a fridge at your accommodation, you can bring home half of your food and take it home, and then you can eat those leftovers later on, or they could be your breakfast the next morning. Who knows? And it also helps reduce food waste. And we in America have a lot of food waste. You want to research food options beforehand. I've talked about that before. When you are going on a vacation or those kind of things, you know the places that you want to check out and see. So you know that there are a lot of things that you can look at beforehand, like menus of the restaurants you're planning on attending. Also look out for local restaurants who may provide better options. There is in Blacksburg, a vegetarian restaurant, and it is a go-to restaurant. It's absolutely delicious. There are a lot of healthy options you can get there. And yes, even if you are a meat eater, it's not going to kill you to eat a vegetarian meal once or twice in your life. But the main thing is enjoy yourself while you are doing that travel. Get an opportunity to see other cuisines when you're in that area. Different cultures provide different meal options. So check those out, okay? Make sure that you, if it's safe where you're at, do a lot of walking. My husband and I, he'd gone to a conference in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we walked back and forth to the venue. And it was about a mile to get there and a mile back. And be surprised how quickly you burn those calories by walking. It will also help you get enough sleep. Of course, we always know that getting enough sleep is the big time issue that can always throw off your internal clock. So try to make sure that you are getting enough sleep. And one of the things that they tell you is to limit your cell phone use. That's not a bad thing on a daily basis. Your cutting back on your screen time can give you a better mental health break. And it allows you more time to spend a lot more time in the moment where you're at, enjoying the company that you are with. So yeah, those are some things that you can do while you're traveling. Give it a go, check it out, give it a try. And as always, that's it for today's Healthier You. So I hope that you did enjoy that. I hope it gave you some tips and tricks for when you're traveling. You can always pack your own lunch the first day, those kind of things. So yeah, keep that in mind. All right, see you guys soon. Bye.